moments later.
Cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. I'm watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. Yeah, I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether we're alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, is all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame, but all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
episode 89 of the Indoor Farmer, guys. It's Monday once again. It's 6/12/2023. 6/12/2023, guys. It's Monday night. Hope you all had a great weekend. It's been kind of back and forth here in Illinois. The weather's back to normal, but we had a little rain for a couple days, which we needed. You know what I'm saying? But tonight we have a great show for you. We got a great start to your week. Well, hopefully you had a good day before this. But of course, as always, we have our co-host Sir Stevo with us, and tonight we have an extra special guest, and we're gonna have to shift things around a little bit for our musician, but I'm definitely hoping that he can make it. If not, no big deal. But emergencies happen, guys. So we're going to work on that. But we also have a lot of interesting things to talk about between Sir Stevo and I. What we got going on. But our special guest tonight, none other than Mr. Grassroots. Grassroots.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up, Steve? Waylon, what's up, my man?
Not much. I keep thinking I should have had some cheering set up, for that, but didn't do it. Need to do that more.
Need to get an intro song.
Yeah, something, the third special guest intro,
just when you walk into the club and they play your jam, you're like,
right.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah, Ash had a good one when we all came on that one day. I think maybe you made that. Did you make that?
I may have. I've made a couple, but I'm not sure.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely need to get on that if I'm going to be continuing on this. Thanks,
well,
everyone.
Welcome, Grassroots. It's good to have you on the show. Episode 89. Really starting to really get these shows going real well now. And now we're having guests like yourself, wonderful musical guests every week. And you're a great addition to the show tonight. Welcome.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I've been watching you guys for a while, and I know you guys personally. So it's great to be here. It's great to see what you guys are doing for the community. And I'm just happy to be on board. And anything you have for me tonight, man, just let me know.
Thanks. Same here.
I have to raid my recycle bin real fast.
Oh, no problem. You got to grab something out of there, huh?
Yeah, I think
we got 20 great people in the house tonight. We've got Joe Kelly showing off that indoorfarmer.locals.com for us, which we appreciate. Everyone checking that out.
Thanks, Joe. Joe's always dropping that for me. Appreciate it.
Lots of great people in here tonight already.
Actually, I have another way to do this. I was trying to clean up my computer today, and it looks like I got a little too overzealous. But luckily, Clipchamp saves it all right there for you.
Oh, great.
Bada boom, bada bing. So today, guys, I'm going to play my video. It's about 15 minutes long, and then we're gonna do try to get our musician in here tonight. If not, we'll go on to the certified segment as usual, and then we're going to do a little walkthrough later of my little area, because I have some stuff to show off, and I thought, why not just walk through live and do that, because it wasn't me doing any work. It was me showing certain things. So we're gonna do that too. 11%. Yeah, it goes a lot faster for some reason now that I made some space. But I'll tell you what, guys, we have a new sponsor, and I'm gonna list all our sponsors real quick just because I need about a minute or so. So we got a bunch of awesome sponsors already, and they keep coming. I'm not actively looking, but we keep seeming to find awesome people that we connect to on a very similar thought level and everything. And so Leaf Cycle has actually jumped in, wanting to sponsor us with their pest deterrent. The pest deterrent packets. I'm not sure what's in it exactly. We're going to go over it because I know I think he was giving those out on GrowFam or somewhere else I saw, or maybe it was his show. I can't remember, but I heard about those. Man, that sounds cool. A little packet for a pest deterrent. So definitely need me some of that. So we're going to check that out, and he's going to be sponsoring us with that, which is awesome.
Excellent.
And of course, we always have our True Healthcare and Wellness, who sponsored a whole case of Remo nutrients. That case was almost 20 pounds, the thing, I mean, it had to be $100 worth
Oh,
of
sure.
newts, at least 7 bottles of their whole full lineup. So that's pretty cool. And then of course we have Dan Mushroom Man. He's always coming in. Haven't seen him around in a while. He's doing a lot of stuff as himself now, guys. You see a lot
Yeah.
of shows coming out from that Rumination Project over there with Dan. And you also have Philip, who's been working hard in the background. Philip from Soil Focus Farms. I don't bug those guys too much because they're like us, or they're still trying. They're trying to get that up there and get it working. I mean, Dan and Philip are leaps and bounds beyond me for sure in the business realm, but at the same time, it's always a struggle. So we want to make sure we help them as much as they're helping
Mhm.
us in that respect. So
Yeah, and right
that's
now it's soil season, and Philip is very busy, and Dan with his farmers markets and his rumination projects you mentioned, and yeah,
Thanks, Crystal. And of course, I always call it Grow Fam. I mean, we never talked about sponsorship. It's just they're doing it without
they're just there for us.
unwritten rule. Yeah. So speaking of that, some of my video tonight, guys, I have a new product that I'm testing. It's not. I mean, I'm not a tester per se of it, but I'm gonna try out the Wizard Tea. Got the
All
Wizard
right.
Tea from Grow Fam. I got the Bloom and the Grow. The Wizard Tea Grow obviously is for your veg and all the way up till the Bloom, and it has all the directions right there on it. So I think I followed those directions well. What I did, guys, tonight, and it was in the title. If you didn't read that, I decided to go with just a top dress because I don't have an extra air rock right now to bubble, so I'm going to work on that, make sure I can get it bubbling, get the bubbles. So we're going to do that at some point and test out. Hey, what's up, Kasia? What's up, Crystal, Cullen, everybody? Sorry, I'm rolling right ahead here, guys. We're rolling right ahead. We got a lot of
Yeah.
content now for the show. It ain't just what's everyone smoking on anymore. You know what I'm saying? So let me
That's for
play.
sure.
Let me pull up my video here. I didn't actually put any music behind it today. I should have, but it's all good. We'll put some of our own. So we got my little grow setup. Ash hates it. He's like, man, he doesn't really, but I know he wants me to get into that more professional realm, out of the Sanford and Son. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think you hear in the back of your mind, Steve-O?
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah,
All the
wah.
kids are like, what are they talking about? Who is this? Sanford and who? Anyway, so I
Mhm.
got a bunch of random little things still kind of growing that I just refuse to leave alone. Like in the center there's some parsley. I got a little bit of mint growing in one of those muffin tins. I got some carrots growing that look like they don't really love life, and then a bunch of clones. And we're gonna go and firsthand look at those clones and show you guys the roots that are occurring. And of course, we have a bunch of other actual clones in the pebbles on the right. And those are all kind of looking pretty deficient in something that they're growing new leaves, but then they get deficient. We're going to see a little closer up of that. And then right up close next to us on the right is actually a radish stalk that I got growing there.
If I had my opinion,
Yeah, go ahead.
they need more food. They need more nitrogen. That's what they need.
I
And
don't
I
think
don't.
it's nitrogen though, isn't that?
But
Isn't nitrogen from
nitrogen
poop?
nitrogen is the food that the plant needs in order to be, especially to green up.
Nitrites and nitrates.
And you don't have enough poop. You don't have enough.
Okay, well, you just wait. I'll show you. It's coming. It's coming.
I
Now,
know.
on the right here is a bunch of rainbow peppers. Rainbow peppers in that pot. So
Oh, they look
it
good,
actually
right?
really likes the water from the fish tank. Yeah, I think it's something else. I'll be honest, because that's the only thing that they're getting is the nitrites and nitrates.
Mhm.
They're not really getting anything else. You see, there's a lot of moss actually growing on some of the surface there. I had to pull out and separate. And there's not really a good way to clean those yet. So okay, there's
What you
just
guys?
feeding. You got a lot of babies in here, Steve-O. They're gonna grow up quick. There's a
Awesome.
whole bunch of little babies. I mean, dozens of them. Like this is what I've been trying to do for almost 2 years now, guys. I thought guppies. There's that one. That string next to that one. That's his poop.
Mm.
Anyway, the guppies are said to be really big on breeding, and it's taken me this long to finally to get everything they needed just right.
Yeah.
to get them to breed. You see all those babies in the middle?
That's awesome, bro. That's leaps and bounds. That's really great.
Leaf cycle in the house. Hey, brother, I just mentioned that you've decided to sponsor the show with those pest packs. What do you call them again? Pest prevention packs. Leaf cycle says, "What's up, grassroots?"
What's up, y'all?
Yeah,
Sitting
so I
here
took
looking
this
at this
today.
fish tank, man. I'm being mesmerized right now.
Right.
With fish in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm staring at the screen right now.
And I can't even imagine having like the big fish that some people get, like that you could just watch all day.
Yeah.
The plant
Love it.
pouch. Okay, it's called a plant pouch, you guys.
Plant pouch. Okay, great.
Okay, gloving up. Okay, so today, I mentioned this before. Lotus Nutrients sent me a pack of it's like a whole starter pack with all their different four-part pack here. I only need one of them right now, but one plant I'm gonna do the Lotus Nutrients. The other plant I'm doing Wizard Tea. Those two plants are as equal as I can get plants to be right now. They have everything the same up to now. They've only had basically water from the fish tank, a little homemade banana tea, a little bit of additives like that, some worm castings, and they're both looking pretty bushy. They're getting real close to flip time. I don't want to get them too big because honestly, being new, the bigger plants were harder for me to deal with, obviously. So I don't know if that's an obvious thing to you experienced growers, but yeah, the bigger plants was just like
So it's had nothing synthetic, only some organic things that you've thrown at it. And
right, but what happened there?
Uh-oh.
That's not. How did that happen? Anyway, that went back far all of a sudden. It skipped ahead and then went back with me just hitting the pause button. It's weird.
Oh, weird.
I don't even know where we were. Darn it.
So what kind of soil is that?
So I actually am not using real uniform soil right now. That soil came from go back a little bit more. Is this it? I think I might just have to start this part over. Darn it. Okay, yeah, got the Lotus. Anyway, the soil is partly my homemade worm castings, also some reused soil, and then the bulk of it was. I'll go look at it while you guys watch me there. As I step away from that camera, I'll step away from this camera. Very good. Oh yeah, no, that's not the one I used. It's this stuff here. That's called Baby Big Roots. Baby Big Roots. You ever heard of it?
Negative.
No.
So I won it at an event, in an awesome group called Boots to Bushes. It's run by a guy named Red Six. Awesome guy. He goes to these events all the time, and the only thing he does at the events is he sets up a giveaway for veterans, only for veterans. And a lot of times I'll go there and I'll be like one of two people that signed up for the event, and so I'll be scooping up. Although I think I won twice now, but yeah, it's funny. And one time I was the only guy of two. There were two giveaways and three of us signed up, and I was the only guy that didn't win. But yeah, it's a fun thing that he does. It's usually donated stuff. I got a bunch of Pride Lands stuff from it too. I got a bunch of packs of that. What just happened?
It went all the way to the end or something.
It
just bloop. I thought maybe you paused it, and that's what
it did again, didn't it? That's weird. That is strange. So now you can kind of see it.
I didn't want to cut you off to tell you.
So here's the Wizard Tea. I'm just going to do a top dress. Now, with the top dress, it says per gallon. It said, I think two teaspoons per gallon. Top dress. Apply 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon. So there's a little bit of variance there. I'm sorry, per gallon of soil. You gotta notice that it's not necessarily a gallons of water. So I'm looking at that pot of the soil there. So I think most people would use it as a make bubbles with it. What do you call that? Fermenting. What are you doing with that bubbles? Just bubbling it? I don't know. Is there a word? Is there a better word for that?
Aerating it.
Yeah. Wow, man, it just skipped. It skipped it again. That's so weird. It's all right. We're okay. So yeah, I moved it over here to show off the worm bin a little bit. Couldn't really see it that well, but I noticed. Okay, yeah, I pulled out of here. So Steve-O, you remember these cocoa cubes? You see this like block? That block
Yeah,
of
I
cocoa?
remember
Remember
with the
those
hole
shredded?
in the middle.
Yeah, they were guys. They were shredded coconut core that were pressed into blocks. And Wes from True Healthcare, man, he comes through all the time. He'll just throw me this box of stuff because he got it by accident or whatever. Didn't need it. It's like, here, can you use this? I was like, well, I'll find some way to use it.
Yeah, right.
I broke one in half by accident, and I stuck it in with the worms, and it's already broken up. Like they eat that shit up real easy. All right, I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit because, oh yeah, so a bunch of potatoes I still have down there that are just, look at that, going crazy.
Wow.
This is weird that the video isn't working. Every time it's got to be something, right? And it looked like it went just fine. It looked like it uploaded, finished up right just fine. Jeez. That's a first though, Steve-O. I've never seen it do that. After I make a video, it just does this like weird skip ahead thing.
Not over and over like that.
I'm skipping around right now trying to get parts of it that I wanted to talk about. Like these plants out here. This is the smallest one. Little bitty guy, little gal, I should say. And then there's a couple bigger ones. Like there's the next bigger one. These are those volunteer plants I had from last year. There's the big one. That thing is stretching though because this picture was taken at like 6 something, guys. I'm only getting 12 hours of light on these.
Right.
They're not getting enough light.
Well, it does. That's direct sunlight. I mean,
yeah,
still,
true.
It's light. I mean,
You
it's
think
still
it won't flip early?
Yeah, ambient light, but it ain't like sunlight though.
Right.
So it's not gonna flower prematurely like that.
No, it's still gonna go off of sunrise and sunset.
Yeah, Mother Nature's gonna dictate that one, I'm sure.
Jimmy says it's way bigger than the last time you saw them. Yeah, bro, like they're shooting up like weeds. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to end that now because problems, first world problems. All good though, all good. I'm gonna see if I got a message from our friend. He was on his way home. We'll just skip ahead to the certified segment. If he comes in, we'll throw him the mic and listen to some music. So let me play it. Can I play it? Let me play it.
All right, it's time.
All right, guys, we're gonna skip a few minutes ahead, and our musician hopefully will be here in a little while. But right now, you know what time it is.
Be advised, the following content is rated S for certified.
It caught me.
Right in the middle of a hit.
You want me to pull this up?
Thanks. Well, welcome everybody to the certified segment. This is number 89, I believe it was, and I appreciate everybody coming to see the Indoor Farmer Show. Tonight we have special guest Grassroots, and it looks like you can follow them at Grassroots 757. Is that right, Grassroots?
Yep, that's my Instagram as well.
Oh, excellent. So everybody go make sure you check that out. Also check out Waylon the Indoor Farmer and check out his locals, theindoorfarmer.locals.com. But we welcome any questions during the segment tonight. I try to keep you guys updated on what's been going on. Tonight, I've been smoking on some True Leaf Jack Black, and I gotta say it's pretty good. I don't know which way it leans, but it doesn't feel like it's a heavy indica or anything. But we'll be reviewing some strains tomorrow night for you as well on the Indoor Farmer Reviews. But what's been going on this week? You guys know that you can see Waylon and I for any of the Grow Fam heirloom seeds. The autos have dropped, and there's some good strains that we can talk to you about if you want to get a hold of us. There's discounts at especially for locals members, so make sure you guys check into that as well. But tonight, what I got for you is I got a little surprise. Do you remember not too long ago, it was about 2 weeks ago, I told you guys about the little mishap I had in the garden outside. Either my cat or mice or something got a hold of my plants and they ate them. Well, I decided to do a little bit of trimming and basically I want to show you guys I got 4 out of 5 of them to come back to life. Now,
Yes.
a couple of them are very stunted. However, I've got the summer to veg them out. And already now, in case you forgot, these are misfit genetics from Mike Hood. It's called Triple Homicide. And he did tell me how resilient these plants were, especially with fending off pests. That's why they would be so good for outside. And he said he put his through torture, and his kept growing and growing and growing. So I can attest that so far so good. It is looking good. But yeah, I do have it here. I can bring up for you guys. I've got some pictures here. Here's one of them, looking pretty good for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact.
These are all in pots?
Yes, they're all in pots outside. After I did the paper towel method, that's where they went. Let's see here. That's right. I hate it when I do that. Okay, there we go. Next one. This is one of the smallest ones. This is the baby, basically, of all of them. This one looking pretty good. It's looking pretty green. It actually, the picture doesn't do it justice. It actually looks pretty good in reference to it. The rest of them. Here's another small one. Now, mind you, I'm going to show you here in a second what they look like 2 weeks ago. This one's looking real good. That was one of the ones that actually got pulled out of its hole, basically, and the rock wool was kind of stuck out like something drug it.
Oh, dang.
So it didn't lose as many leaves. So I'm going to start bending these over already now. What do you think, Grassroots? Would you go ahead and start training these at this point?
Yeah, I think if anything, what I usually do is I just take a simple prong that's got a little metal hoop on it, and I grab the whole plant, and I just kind of lean it sideways and put that little hoop in there, and then just let it start going from there.
Yeah. I have those garden stakes. I've used those as well. I do have a big pack of these little plastic clips like Waylon has that I used last year on my indoor grow because remind everybody I took a year off from growing because my grandson was staying here too on the weekends. And we needed the space basically, to store stuff. So anyway, that's why I'm back at it. But this is only my second outdoor growing. I'm going to do it the same way I did my indoor. And I'm going to bend them over. I think I am going to use clips on some and stakes on others. But what do you think, Waylon?
I want to show you guys something that I had to retrieve from my my trash can. Here, let me pull it up. I agree, though, actually, with what you guys are both saying as far as training it. Since you have it in a pot, are you planning on flowering it outside? Yes,
I'll flower it outside. Typically, I I flower from the backyard last year. It happened the one year I actually grew outside. I was able to finish up in the garage, protecting it from some cold weather, but I just chopped them a little early.
I'm gonna switch it, and then you can switch it back real fast. But let me show you this.
Are those 3-gallon pots, Steve?
No, they're bigger than that. The one is a 5-gallon, I believe, but the rest of them probably 3. A couple 2.5s, a couple 1 gallon.
Look at that, Steve-O.
But I'd like to transplant. Wow, where'd you get that? Is that yours?
No, Wes this is at True Healthcare.
Oh, at True Healthcare. Okay.
But yeah, he's like playing with them like they're bonsai trees.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I bet that would be fun. I've never done an experiment plant before of any kind. I've always went for trying to grow the greatest plant ever. You know.
Right. All right, let me put yours back up there. There we go.
Oh, for sure. Anyone got any questions? Let me check here in the comments here. I haven't seen any yet.
Everyone grows a little different, Joe says.
Yeah.
I'll train mine until they're topped and bigger. Yeah, I'm not really training mine yet either.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna top this one yet. I'm gonna wait. I actually, you know what? I might top the bigger one.
That
Maybe.
one? Is that the biggest one?
I believe so. I believe it is. Yeah. But,
Wow, I don't top until they're kind of got like a branch coming off or something.
Yeah, I at least wait till at least 8 nodes for me before I top.
Well,
so every time they split, I'll count it, and when I get to about 7 or 8, and then also a lot. It's not just the nodes for me; it's the overall health of the plant. Can stock take the training? Should I even train this plant based on how it's looking and how it's reacting? I mean, I don't train all my plants that way. Sometimes I'll just kind of keep my plants trimmed low as far as pruned down, where there's nothing but just the main canopy coming up. But other than that, there's some where I've grabbed them and I just kind of pulled the branches out from time to time when they get bigger. So yeah, it's all preference, man.
I would. Here's my preference. Real before you say that, I was gonna. As far as the stretch, if it looks like it's trying to jump up and stretch up, and you maybe yours aren't going to do that outside. But I've seen that where like the whole thing is kind of bushy, but every now and then you have a branch here and there that stretches up. Like those are the ones that I want to top personally, but I don't know. I guess you want to make it split into 2, don't you, Steve-O? Are you talking about that main split right there? Is that where you would top it?
Well, no, not. I'm. What I meant to say was I wouldn't top it right now, but I meant I would top it before I transplant it or do anything. Like this one will actually go into a bigger pot. Hopefully, it'll get big enough for that. Because every time I transplant, I get the biggest boost of growth. Like that first 2 weeks after. It's ridiculous. Do you guys have the same experiences, or do you see the shock normally from a transplant?
You see a little bit of shock, but yeah, I've seen a boost. I've seen a boost.
I don't transplant. I go 5-gallon or 3-gallon right to soil. No paper towel, no nothing, and that's how I grow. I'm pretty simple. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
Jimmy says he would top that right now. Michael, yes, your comments are coming through, brother. Yeah. He says, I grew one in shallow dirt like a bonsai on the roots.
That's the thing is I've topped them at the 4th node before, and I will admit it did stun it a little longer than what I thought, but
Lord says water throughout and you'll be fine. Yeah, I think watering when you're traumatizing, isn't it like you want to wait until you're about to do a good feed or a good water before you want to.
For me, if I'm going to pull my plant over, I do it the day after I water, because at that point the plant is at its most moist and pliable. So when you go to bend, you less risk snapping versus just the overall bend.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if you're letting them get a little too dry in between waters, you don't want to mess them up too much.
You
for
never
sure.
transplant without it. You always write when you go to transplant it, you give it a little water. So, but yeah, I think that's good advice to what Grassroots said, guys, to do it the day after. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
then
that's
it's not
just
so
personal
wet.
preference. I don't know if it just works, it just works. But
Sure.
I've had some older guys tell me that they've been a few over and they've literally not snapped them but folded them to where it's like almost like super cropping, like they just kind of dumped them over. So it's like that's not what I wanted to do. By that time, it's kind of too late for them. So.
Well, any roots on the side of the pot will not stick and tear and stuff is easy probably too.
Leaf cycle thinks the opposite. Interesting. So
What's that?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what he was opposing, but I'm guessing the day after water transplant. Is that what?
Let them
Just let them dry
No,
out.
not day after water transplant. Day after water training. I don't transplant.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think we were mixing those up. I was talking about training as well. So the transplant, I guess, is different for sure.
I see what's going on now. All right, I caught up though with the conversation. I'm back in.
But to your point though, Steve-O, when you're going to transplant, when I transplant, I want them to be drier, don't you?
I like the soil. If we're good,
I like it a little moist.
I've seen guys where it's been too dry and stuff just kind of crumbles in your hand. I've seen it to where it's overwatered, but I think it's kind of a midline between there where you want to make sure you got enough water to pull everything out at one time. You get a nice clean pool. In that way, you're not trying to pull the roots that are stuck to the sides or the bottom.
I never thought of that. I didn't know that the moisture would help to keep the root ball and the soil within the root ball all together.
Yeah, because every time I ever transplant, I give it a little water, and when I turn it over, I actually break some of the soil off, and then I put it down into the new rich soil that I'm putting it in.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I knock some of the soil off, but that's just what I do. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Now, Steve-O, when you get some Prime Superior, the good thing to do when you do a transplant is to spray the root ball. And I don't know, Grassroots, I don't know if you use anything for that, but Prime Superior is an inoculant for seeds or for clones or for like the root ball of the transplant or for the above plant. I mean, it's a good product for everything, but for the transplant is definitely going to help those roots for sure.
Yep.
Reduces shock.
Yeah. Joe Kelly.
No, you want to moisten the root ball. Okay. Or the soil. Yeah.
Joe Kelly says he doesn't have to worry about it because he grows aeroponically.
Oh,
right.
No transplants.
Speaking of, we're going to see some of that a little bit later. Steve-O, was this your last picture?
No, I got some more.
I want to see more.
Yeah, I've got a little video too, but it's only a few minutes or a few seconds. All right, so next picture here. Which one's it going to be? Come on. There we go. There's a tiny one, but it's nice and green.
But the roots are the same size, right? No matter how much that plant got chewed up, the roots are still whatever size they were.
Yeah, a couple of them got drug out, but
I see. Well, so you get damaged a little bit from that. But.
They were very small though, so it didn't like really do any damage because it was barely out of the rock wool, the roots at that time. So.
Well, I think they are coming back, man. They look,
looking good.
Do you have them in direct sunlight all day, or is there shade?
No, it gets shaded. It gets a good amount of direct sunlight though, every day.
I'm thinking I'm going crazy trying to cut trees down for direct sunlight, but I'm like, you know what? I'm chasing a dream with that. I got trees that are way too tall all around me, so I need to just move to better.
So pay attention to the one in the back. That's what they look like. That's what it looked like. It had zero, basically nothing.
Like that.
Yep. And they all grew back in 2 weeks, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Look good, man.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be all right with those.
I mean, for being beat up, I'm not, typically by now I would they would be out to the edge of the pot. You know what I mean? After
Jimmy
a
Mead
month.
wants up.
All right, Jimmy. But yeah, so there we have it, guys. One other thing that I have for you as well. Here, let me fix that. Stop this. All right, another thing I have for you this week. As you know, I'm going to be growing my new seeds. Are going to, for my indoor grower, going to be Grow Fam heirlooms, and I'm growing some
Autos.
photofilms. No, I'm going to grow some photofilms.
I thought they only had autos.
Yeah, that's all that's dropped. But I'm going to grow these photofilms that are about to drop.
What do you got there, huh?
I've got a little bit of cherry
Little
pie
something.
haze. Little cherry pie haze.
Is this?
And-
Oh, hey, guess what, guys? We have a special guest. Our musician in the house, and actually, we're gonna let Jimmy meet up here, and
all right.
we'll all hang out and listen to
Well,
have our little smoke break, as it were.
that's all I have for you tonight. Just wanted to show you that I got them soaking. That's it.
Nice.
What's up, Jimmy? Welcome,
Jimmy.
welcome.
Generally, most people get transplant shock because they've got too many roots outside of their soil ball. Like when you take it out of the cup, you know, you got your root bound.
Yeah,
And then
two root bounds.
To dry soil, you want to water your soil the day before, just like it's a living plant, and
Nice.
put your plant into moist soil.
I knew
That
that
will
one.
reduce
I knew
shock
that one.
time.
So Jimmy, you made it just in time, bro. We have our musician who made it. I do appreciate this very much, and
Excellent.
we're gonna hang out. It's a little bit of a smoke break intermission for us. Kim made it just in time, guys. I want you to give it up for our friend. We're gonna all of us on screen here. I'm gonna mute everybody when he comes up, and we're gonna let him play 10 minutes for 10 doll hairs. 10 minutes for 10 doll hairs. That's what I'm looking for musicians, guys. Getting your name out there and stuff.
Great.
Here we go. He said he calls himself the Lonely Cricket, it looks like. Thomas Mullen, what's up, brother? The floor will be yours. We're going to pull you up
You got your intro.
mostly full screen. And 1 sec. Oh, yeah. We got something to segue this.
Show, by the way.
What'd you say, Jimmy?
I said thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Here we go. Thomas, this is for you, brother. The first time playing it for anyone, anywhere, live, right here. The musician intermission. Here we go. Ooh,
All right.
The floor is yours, my man. The floor is yours.
Thank you. I am the Lonely Cricket. I am here in Southern Illinois. Overall, there is actually a reason as to why I go by Cricket. But here's one of my songs I wrote within the last month.
Very nice. Very nice. How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar for about 7-ish years.
Oh,
I started on banjo, but that was about 8 years ago.
very talented.
Yeah. My list is as follows. It is banjo, guitar, bass, mandolin, accordion, piano, ukulele, harmonica, and electric organ.
Hmm.
Very
Just
good.
remembering the list would be tough. Take
Yeah,
it away.
Take it away. You got another one for us?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, very good. Do you
Kind of
write
like
any
the.
lyrics to any of your songs, or?
That's a work in progress.
Oh, great. Well, keep being creative, man.
Always.
Oh, that was
There's
good.
never a day that I'm not creative.
Oh, good.
There you go. So,
The sound reminded me a lot of like a Tom Petty type riff too, man.
yeah,
Oh,
I was thinking "Long and Lonesome Road," a little bit of,
Especially the first one.
blues. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Lonely
Thank
Cricket,
you for
brother.
having me.
Sure. Where can we find you? What's the best place to find you?
Right now it's YouTube.
YouTube. Okay, the Lonely Cricket on YouTube.
Yeah, and just like
All
you
right.
see it on my name here is exactly how it is on YouTube.
Awesome.
okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Great. Everybody go check them out.
Hey, and I know you weren't exactly set up, so I appreciate you coming on, brother, for sure. Definitely
Yeah,
send me
no
your
problem.
cash up, and yeah, thank you for
All
coming
right.
on.
Thank you.
We'll
Later, bro.
see you soon, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
All right. Another
that's
night.
awesome.
Musician intermission, guys.
He rushed home and made it there just for us, guys. I appreciate that. Anybody, listen, guys, that's why I say anybody that you don't have to have lyrics. You don't even have to have a regular instrument. You know, you come up banging a drum. If you could do it for 10 minutes, like the people I've had a few people make jokes about it, and they say, well, I can, like, Mess will say something like, well, I can do this. I'm like, well, that's okay. You do it for 10 minutes, bro.
Well,
I'll give you the $10.
how about one of these weekends or one of these Mondays? Me and Grassroots just sing American Pie because it's about 10 minutes long.
Maybe. Don't sing it too well, though. because definitely get us copyrighted on that.
Copyrighted, yeah.
All right. So, Steve-O, that was a great segment, bro. You're definitely gonna have some good
Well,
plants.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, what are you gonna do with the wizard tea?
I'm going to grow organic and I'm going to use it.
Well, I know, but
get the I'm going to get the bubble alert.
okay,
The,
just like a bucket.
Yeah, I'm going to get. I'm not going to make it in such huge amounts because I only have the 5 plants. But once the indoor, see, they're not even going to be ready for newts for another 4 weeks probably. You know.
Sure.
So once I get these indoor, get these cherry pie haze from Grow Fam Heirlooms and get them nice and popped and ready to go, then
cherry pie haze. I finally said it.
Evo, in organics, you need to always think 2 weeks ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
good advice, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, isn't
Because
that
you're
good for
feeding
anything?
the microbes in the soil, not the plant.
Right. You got to make sure those stay alive ahead of the plant cycle. It makes sense.
That's
now
what
on the wizard
okay.
tea, it says if you're gonna bubble it, it's 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon per gallon. This doesn't make sense to me. It says
That's about how all top dresses are in the organic.
no. This doesn't say top dress. The top dress, Jimmy, says 1 to 2 teaspoons, but the one where you put it in the water to bubble it for 12 to 24 hours, it says add 1 teaspoon, and then it has a dash, and it says 1 TBS tablespoon per gallon. 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon. Does that make sense to anyone?
There's a lot of leeway. What it is a tablespoon's the max amount he's recommending that you do in the tea.
That's a lot of leeway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of leeway. Makes sense. Let me look at the bloom. Yeah, the bloom says about the same thing.
Yep.
So cool. Pretty simple to use, guys. Check it out if you want to see that. Want to find out where to go? Leafcycle.net is where you want to check out for that. Thank you guys for stopping in. Appreciate you guys. We got to put somebody in the hot seat here now. We got Grassroots in the house. We want to give him his due, and he spent an hour now with us. So definitely, first of all, Grassroots, thank you for coming. Obviously, but also anything you saw within that mess that we call a show. Let us know what you thought as far as any interesting facts. But I guess you kind of did as we went. So that's just a sort of open obvious invitation there. But so how was your weekend? We'll start there.
Weekend's busy. We got 4 kids, and they're all doing something. 2 don't live with us, but that doesn't mean they're not always busy. So just kind of doing the kid thing and trying to get completely unpacked. We just moved about 3 months ago, so I still have some things to hang on the wall. But
oh man, yeah.
Other than that, we're looking pretty good.
So do you mind if I pull you up like this?
Sure.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Steve-O, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's great. Getting unpacked and everything, making it home. It looks like your office is definitely kicking some ass. I especially like.
Can we see that picture on the back of the wall behind you better?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool. The moon.
That was that was actually being advertised in one of our local head shops that went out of business, and they sold that to me for $5.
Wow.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It looks nice and flat too. It's hard to get that. I was putting things up for a while, but Steve-O, you were saying?
Yeah, that your office is looking good and everything, and you're starting your your graphics designs and everything, which are really awesome. You guys, you can check them out all over the place now, guys. But where they can find you at Grassroots Digital Designs, is that right?
Yep, that's correct. Find me on Grassroots on my homepage, Grassroots757 on Instagram, and just send me a DM if there's anything that you need, questions, suggestions, things of that nature. I'm an open book. I'm here to help the community.
Right on.
Is that a website?
What is?
Is it a Digital Designs? Is that a page or is that a
No,
website?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I've got the logo done. I've got the vision kind of there. I
Sure.
started doing a little bit of work with a few clients, but I haven't been able to put 100% of my effort into it to try to unpack it the way I want to. So I'm very strategic with my time, having kids, working a full-time job,
Oh yeah.
having 2 dogs, etc. I'm trying to balance all my time, but at the same time, make sure that if I'm going to put my name out there, I want it to be good. I want it to be professional. I want it to be well thought out. And I want people to look at it and say, yeah, he gives a shit and he actually put some energy into this. So I'm going to the right guy. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. No, I didn't know. I keep thinking of the move. It's like that would be the biggest hurdle that you've probably been able to breathe a little bit since then. But it's 3 months out. It's still not very far from getting everything unpacked and getting used to the new place and everything. Where
Yeah.
places are, where like the roads and the stores and all of it. Still, it's like where is
Yep.
everything? So I can imagine, I want to say that for that being said, it sounds like you do a lot of work, bro. Like you help a lot of people. Helping a lot of people with different digital designs, and that's not quick stuff sometimes. And as you guys saw tonight, I made a quick and simple video, and it cut out like 10 minutes of the video by some weird glitch, just randomly. So it's not the simplest thing always. So definitely, I can't imagine what you're gonna be like. Fully unchained, all the boxes unpacked,
Yeah.
grassroots
Well,
unpacked.
right now I'm using a lot of programs that I would call intermediate programs, but I'm looking to step up my design game into some of these more professional programs that can really give the community what they're looking for. Like I had a guy approach me last week and say, hey, he messaged me, said, hey, I saw some of your artwork. I like your style. Could you do this for me? And he gave me a long list of really what he wanted. And in reality, I tried to build the logo for him, but with what I had and my limited capabilities for the programs I was using, I was not able to achieve his vision. So I just flat out told him, hey, man, I appreciate the opportunity, but I don't have the tools under my belt right now that is going to allow me to make this dream logo for you that you want. And I know there are tools out there that do that. Some people can just type a button, and a few things, and then logos will pop up. I'm kind of different. I build my logos. I start with pictures. I do a lot of overlapping, a lot of blending, a lot of editing, a lot of feathering. So a lot of my pictures take shape just from starting at a different color background. And a lot of the programs now that you use really give you that aid to really be creative and give the community more of what they're looking for nowadays.
Real quick, Steve-O, do you hear his mic cutting out? Did he sound okay to you?
Well, it was a little scratchy there right at the end.
To me, it sounded like you were in a tunnel or something. But I wanted to make sure it came through to everybody. Sound is in and out.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's okay.
Around now. Mm-hmm.
I could still make out what you were saying, but it was like it sounded like I don't know. It's hard to describe. In and out of a bubble or something. But no, I totally get that, and I guess I should bring it back to the show a little bit, and in that people heard you interject, and we obviously asked your opinion and stuff. You grow as well. You're a grower.
I'm a simple grower.
Sure.
Really, really simple.
You'll get to bro sciencey in there with all the added stuff they do nowadays and technology. You just do you grow indoors?
Yep, I grow indoors. I'm going to grow some outdoors. I've got a bunch of these heirlooms that I'm going to be throwing down here not too long. But yeah, indoor has been my start. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And I enjoy the indoor because, it's kind of my place to come and chill and kind of zen out a little bit. And it's nice to have that space right inside the house. Of course, outside is great too, don't get me wrong. But yeah, indoor is kind of where my heart is at. Again, I'm pretty basic. I don't have a huge elaborate setup. I don't have $1,000 lights or nothing. But I grow some good quality, solid cannabis. And I take care of it. It's well, all the way from beginning to end. I treat it like it's one of my kids, man. And
no,
it's just a big part of who I've been, and it's a big part of kind of who we are in Virginia right now. And Virginia now is coming out with the ability to grow and stuff now, which is amazing. So we're just kind of taking advantage of things out here in VA, man, and doing our thing.
Yeah, it's like while the iron's hot, right when it goes legal.
Yeah.
Steve-O, you got anything?
Well, yeah, one of these days I'm going to definitely try some of that out and get you certified for sure.
Indeed.
Definitely.
Didn't think about that. Yes, whalified. I'll whalify that shit.
Whalify it as well.
But no, so let's think. Let me think of something. Steve-O, jump in if you got anything. But I have a question. Like, what was the elective that you took in high school? Did you do? Were you a wood shop guy?
Auto shop.
I'm not talking to you, Steve-O. I'm asking you to jump in if you have any questions for Grassroots.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Good call.
What'd you do, Grassroots?
I did technology.
Okay, so like electronics.
Yeah, that's the kind of class where you did everything from the box camera, you do that, and then you kind of step up to some CAD and some other things like that. So a lot of design stuff.
Interesting. So you were already into that back then. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because I did like some drafting and some wood shop. What did you say, Steve-O? You did wood shop?
Well, I did auto shop, but I guess
shop.
I was also the guy that wheeled the cart in whenever we put the VCR together. So I got to do some technology. That's all we had back in my younger days was, you rolled the cart in that had the VCR and the TV for the whole class. That was our technology. Well, How about you, Grassroots? Did you start out with like the regular Apple computers, or what did you start out with?
I actually started out with using just my phone. Some of the apps that I use, you can only use on a iPad, which I have. That's kind of what I'm streaming through right now. Or you have to have an iPhone to use it. So I can't download it to my computer like I would like to and use the app. So again, it's on the iPad with a little pen and stuff like that. And then mostly it can be on my phone depending on where I'm at.
I don't like it. I like using the computer, but I think Steve-O meant as a kid. Like, what did you in school? What did you first?
School?
Oh gosh, we were doing Commodore 64s.
Way back.
Growing up, my dad was playing games like Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, shit. I haven't heard that.
I grew up playing D&D, the old school D&D on the video games up at the stores. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm a little older. Don't get me wrong, but. Yeah, man, we were keeping it simple back then. That's when the Sega just came out, Nintendo just came out.
Did you ever play any board games?
Yes, yeah. Scrabble is one of our favorites. We play a lot of Uno around here with my younger daughter.
Oh yeah, you got a whole
Candyland, those things that she likes. But my wife and I are pretty competitive. We'll get friends over here. We'll play spades. Spades is one of our favorites.
See, yeah, I don't want to. I'm afraid to pull out cards on the show on Sundays, on game night. Which, by the way, we had a good one. I should have brought that up earlier, but anyway, what's up, Mike Aldana? Yeah, like I want to play all these games, but it's hard to do over the internet, and it's like I like to hear what people's favorite stuff was. Like, so did you ever play? I didn't mean. I actually, instead of board games, what I meant to ask you was like D&D tabletop or like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, any of those things. Those types of. Did you ever play that stuff?
We had in our neighborhood. We had our own dungeon master. His name was John, and he was the dungeon master for the group that I was in, and we played D&D like it was nobody's business, man. We had our own drawn personal characters, and the whole shebang, man. It was a good childhood.
Jimmy, I meant to ask you, Jimmy, my bad. Did you?
I played a lot of D&D. Yeah.
D&D. I want to try to. You guys, I'm telling you, we could create a very short little scenario D&D for Sunday nights, and we could do a little D&D game. Would be fun. I don't know how. I've never done it. I just know a little bit about it.
I've never played any of that stuff. I was into sports and it was pretty much every breathing moment,
Sure.
Was practice. And
did you play any sports?
2-a-days.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Two-a-days like football. That's a football thing for sure. 2-a-days, right?
Yeah, those are called puke days.
Yes. Yeah, it was more like heat stroke days.
Yeah.
Have you ever jumped out of an airplane?
I have not.
Grassroots.
No.
Would you? What's the most extreme sort of sport that you've done?
I would say motocross, dirt
Oh,
bike racing.
Oh,
I've never
me,
rode a dirt bike.
me
Yeah.
To be
neither.
honest.
It's pretty hardcore, man. I got my son into it now, so it's its own different animal now, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, because then you're thinking of him and all the injuries that could happen. Yeah.
Well, the first time I bought him his bike, he took out. We had about 6 acres, and we had a trail back in the back. He goes back there, and I said, "Always bring your phone with you just in case something happens." And so he leaves, and I hear his dirt bike start. He drives back to the back, and all of a sudden I don't hear the dirt bike anymore. So I'm thinking he's taking a break. I get a phone call. He doesn't never call me, and I was like, "What happened?" He was like, I got a stick in my foot." I'm like, "What do you mean you got a stick in your foot?" He's like, "I wrecked." And he's wearing riding boots, like the real deal riding boots. You know what I mean? Like you see on TV. But when I got out there with my truck, because I had to drive my truck back there, he had a stick about 2 inches wide going through the tongue of his boot into his foot. So he's freaking out, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, crap, let's get in the back of the truck, and we'll go to the hospital, blah, 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 blah. So long story short, before we leave, he's got to go to the bathroom. He needs to go take a shit. Is what you guys going to go do. And he's sitting in there with the stick hanging out of his boot. And he grabs the stick, and he pulls the stick out, and the stick never went into his leg. It came about a 1/4 inch from going in, but it never went into his leg.
Wow.
So we still have that stick. We still have that stick in those boots.
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
It's extreme.
So to him, his foot hurt from the impact, and he just was assuming that it was like lodged in there.
Yeah, we didn't see any blood, and when I went to grab it, because of how close it was, he felt that it was stuck in there, and he was like, "No, don't touch it." So the stick was actually, it wasn't really thick, it was more of a branch. It was about 5 foot long. So I had to go and snap it in half just so we can get him in the back of my truck.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. I bet that was gnarly that whole time that you thought it was in there. You were just,
Yeah, well, I had to call Mama and say, "Hey, I got to take Luke to the hospital." She's like, "Wow," I was like, "He's got a stick in his leg."
Oh, shit. He's never riding those things again. I rode motorcycles, but I've never been on a dirt bike, not once.
Yeah, I ride a Harley now, so that's my extreme, and that can get pretty dicey when you're out there riding on a bike.
It's very dicey, bro.
Don't
Be careful.
really think about it, and if you're not careful and you're not watching yourself and you're not watching everything around you, you can really fuck up and hurt yourself.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't talk about it all that much because I don't, do your thing, but I definitely want people who are on bikes to be careful. My older brother passed away on a bike. He rode bikes for 30 years easy from when he was a small kid, and to this day they're not sure how it happened. Just went off the road. It was at nighttime. His buddy was driving in front of him, saw the lights of his bike, and just saw the lights go off, and it's just something that I definitely worry about people, because it's probably a thrill, but then if it's your everyday, if I'm just riding this for 20 years, there's a rough point there. So I definitely will pray for you, brother. Have you ever went down on a bike at all?
No, I've been riding for a couple of years now, pretty solid, and I've had a close encounter where I've almost rear-ended somebody because the pavement was wet, and I thought I had more braking distance than I did. And by the time I stopped, I was probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches from his bumper. And he was looking at me in his rear view, and I was looking at him, and I'm like, "I'm sorry." And he was like, "Dude, I'm just glad you're okay."
Steve,
Yeah.
what were you saying? Sorry.
I wrecked a bike when I was 20 years old. I went off the side of the road, locked up the front brake in the gravel, and I flipped over with the still on the bike. My leg was stuck under the shifter, so it was all the way up here by my ear practically as we flipped. And then it popped out when I hit the ground, and I was like this on my chest, and I got a bunch of gravel in my back, and I rode it home with the forks like this, and I just rode it home in first gear because I tore my leg up so bad I couldn't shift. So I was just, and I almost
That's
never
why
got
women
out
live
of it
longer
again.
than men. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
was
is.
lucky.
Hi, Melanie. Hi, everybody. Bunch of people. Wayne's tagging everyone. Everyone's popping in. Ganji lovers. Ashley Huffman. Hobby's the puppet. Everybody. Josh Combs. What's up, guys? What's up, Melanie? Everybody. We are. Our special guest today was Grassroots. He hung out and sat through our segments, so we're grilling him now.
Hmm.
Grassroots. What kind of? Are you a science fiction guy or a nonfiction guy? When you're watching something.
Fiction.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, me too. Like I like television or movies to take me away from reality for a minute, like not to it's like I don't necessarily need to see normal shit.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a simple one.
for sure. I'm a big reader.
Reader, yes. I mean, I used to read, but I don't get into it as much as I used to. What's a good author that you were into?
A good book I'm reading. I try to read it once a year.
The Lord.
It's called The On Purpose Person.
Yes, you were talking about that. Yes,
Yeah.
I do like that.
It's not a long read. It's an easy read, and it helps those, especially at the end of the year, that are trying to target their next year's goals, visions, and/or dreams, or whatever the case may be. It kind of helps you refocus. Because sometimes at the end of the year, we're trying to figure out everything, and we don't take really inventory of everything that we've accomplished and the things that we still have left to accomplish. And so this book really gets you back into, okay, what did I knock off my list? What's still on my list? And then how do I go and get there and achieve that?
My problem with the list is that I always forget things on the list. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do lists.
If it wasn't for a list and writing stuff down, man, I would be a Fruit Loop. There'd be no way I could do business. Yeah.
So how long have you been married?
Been married 15 years now.
15 years.
Very good.
15 years.
Yep.
15 years. Steve-O, how long have you been married?
It'll be 28 years in September.
Wow.
Sheesh, you guys.
That's awesome.
Wow, I can't imagine, man. Can't imagine. I can't get his first date, let alone a ring on a finger. Holy cow.
It's all about
Holy
forgiveness, guys. You got to forgive yourself, and you have to forgive your partner.
Yeah, we learned there's a difference between fighting against each other and fighting for each other.
Right.
Once you can fight for each other on the problem versus fight each other and the problem, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate seeing that for sure, because I think we need more of it. But I don't want to keep you too long, so you let me know if you're short at all on time. But we could probably talk to you all night. Although I do see Grassroots a lot, you guys. So does Steve-O and Jimmy over there on Hi Brother. If anyone is it's an all-male group. We meet up on Sundays, and that's been actually I feel like a resurgence over. I feel like I feel like some weren't quite sure how to take it, but I definitely think it's coming back. I think a lot of people are feeling it now. And we missed you today, so I'm glad that you had a good day with the fam. Anything fun happen at the pool?
No, my daughter's taking swimming lessons with one of her friends. So our new house, we're blessed enough to have a pool here. So they come over here and teach her in the back, and I go out there just to make sure everything is on the up and up. But yeah, she loves it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Teaching my son to swim was fun too. Yeah.
Both of my boys took lessons when they were very young. They were probably 5, 6, and they were in the pool, and it stuck with them. They liked it.
All right, here's now down to brass tacks. Indica or sativa?
Oh boy.
Indica.
Or hybrid. I mean, a lot of hybrids happen.
Indica.
Now.
I'm an indica dominant kind of guy. Yeah.
Okay. I love sativa, but it's harder to find, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sativa, I think, is, yeah.
Yeah. Val's a sativa girl, yeah. Okay. So how long? Like you said you haven't? Did you say you haven't done a dab, or you did do a dab recently?
No, I haven't. I've always been a flower guy. I've never got
Never done a
into,
dab, you guys.
yeah. So
Never done a
I'm
dab.
gonna break down eventually and go get me the proper rig, and then
Well, what if somebody bought you like a dragon egg? Would you use it or
oh
no?
yeah, I mean I'm definitely down to try
Something
it.
like that.
I haven't put myself in a position really to make it
Worry
something on
about
my
it.
list. So
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Well, I get that, but I think I think you already said this, but once you try it, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't go back from that, right?
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me.
Yep, you won't go back from that.
I ain't scared.
Well, I don't have too many other burning questions. Steve-O, you're welcome to ask anything. We can just sesh for a little bit here.
Well, I do have a question that I like to ask people that I interview. Actually, um, your legacy. What is it that you would like to have people say about you?
Good question.
So my legacy is three F's: my faith, my family, my friends. I want them all to be able to say that I did my best to help them achieve everything that they've ever dreamed of in life. And with my kids and my family, that's making sure my kids are in a position in life where they're financially stable and they've got a home and they're doing well for themselves. With my faith, it's personal faith with me. It's making sure that I get to the other side. And then for my friends, it's what can I do to help my community? What can I do to help the guys that are next to me that are struggling in life? And how can I make a difference to help them not go through some of the shit that I had to go through in my life? So I really want my legacy to be is Alan gave his all no matter what, and he left this earth, and we remember him for being a good father, a good husband, and a good friend.
Great answer, man. I tell you, I can tell that came from the heart.
I remember him for being a good-looking dude.
Yeah. He needs a long beard, though.
Hey, leave us. Any beard would be fine.
I just shaved.
Me and Jimmy's growing a mean one, too.
Have you ever had a
I
beard?
cut a
Chester?
bunch of it off Saturday.
Yeah, I see that. You kind of made it a little bit. I've been thinking about doing something different with it. What do you guys think? Cut off the sides and just do the.
Do a long goatee.
They call this a Fu Manchu. Is it? If it's the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm Irish, so when my stuff grows out, it's all red, man. It looks completely yeah.
We should take a poll, all you guys out there. Guys, listen, join locals. That's all I'm gonna say. Join it. We're getting close to 50. We're at 33. 33. Join it. $2 a month. Come on in. Got all your favorite characters over there. Catch them all. Join it up. Grassroots. Have you heard of thelocals.com?
I have. We have discussed it. Yes, we have.
We have. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough said. Enough about that. But it is getting interesting because I'm going to start buying an item, probably Luca Happy Hippie items ish, and we're going to be doing a giveaway for my members. If you get the basic membership, you get 1 spot in it, and if you're getting the pro membership, you get 3 spots in it every time. So it's going to be at least monthly at first, and yeah, it'll be fun, and it's nice and legal.
Like that.
That's the main thing I've been trying to get to, But yeah, as long as I have enough people in there that justify us getting something that people want worthwhile, then we're good to go,
Hey, what type of dogs do you have, Grassroots?
I have 2 dogs. I have a English bulldog, it's about 65 pounds and about this wide. And we have a French pug mix.
Oh, that's cute. I got a little, what's he called? He looks like a Pomeranian. I can't think what he's called now. Jeez. Little 4-pound dog.
We're big animal lovers over here for sure.
Papillon, okay.
A Papillon, that's what he is.
Makes sense.
He's blind, but he's chill.
We have a tortoise named Eloise.
Oh, really? How big?
About 8 inches across.
Oh wow! Do they grow to be old?
This one in particular is a Russian tortoise. My daughter last year said, "Mommy, Daddy, let's go to the pet store. I want a turtle." We said, "Okay, we're off." We go to the pet store to go get a turtle, and they don't sell turtles there. They're all sold out. All they have left are tortoises. $300 for a tortoise, man.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, but this one lives to be 80 years old, so I will be giving this thing away in my will.
That's insane.
But she's pretty awesome. They've got, like, they really have their own personality. They like to push balls and play with balls in their cage. They love to dig. She's really fun.
No, that's great.
Yeah. So my daughter, obviously, she lost interest the day after, and so now it's become my wife's turtle or my turtle to take care of and feed now. So it's been good.
Tortoise, not
tortoise. Turtle, yeah, tortoise.
Oh man, oh that's the cardinal rule. Wait,
found out the difference real quick, didn't he?
I did.
Snapping turtles are crazy. Find those out by the lake. You ever do anything like fishing or hunting or anything?
Oh yeah, that's big around here in Virginia. That's kind of all we do, man.
True. Yeah, they're like, what? You're on the computer all day? No. I'm a hunter just like you.
No, we take around here, the guys, at least most of the industry around here is the marine shipbuilding industry. So most of the guys are strategic and they take their time off when hunting season starts. So you'll see, like, literally, the traffic die down in the city because of all the hunters that are taking off and going out in the woods.
I thought about Virginia when I was looking at places to move, and ultimately I stayed in Illinois because it's really difficult to look at places far away when you're not there to buy. So
yeah,
here I am.
Yeah, Virginia's been good. We like it here. It gets kind of hot sometimes, but it's nice having the mixed bag of a cool, winter and spring and stuff like that, especially if you're a hunter. Having that kind of weather is really nice.
Are you by the ocean?
I'm about 25 minutes from the Atlantic seaboard, yeah.
25 minutes. So is there like a beach, Virginia Beach, but where's that at in Virginia? Is it directly east of you or?
Yeah, it's more northeast. I'm at the southern end of Chesapeake in Virginia in the southeast. I'm closer to almost the North Carolina line. So it's basically one interstate over and one interstate over, and then you're there. Pretty simple.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. My dad was from North Carolina. And I got it a little bit myself once in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore. I just have a slur, that's all.
Yeah, me too.
But what part Josh says? Well, Josh, he's not gonna. We can't tell. We can't do that. Josh's like, what street you live on?
No, I'm in the 757 area. I'm in the Chesapeake area. That's
That's what Mr. Burns.
It's pretty
saying.
broad, but yeah, it is Mr. Is that Mr. Burns? Yeah,
Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Too many things to kill you. In Virginia, yeah, probably. You got a lot of wilderness nearby.
Oh yeah, man.
Did you ever do like Boy Scouts or anything?
Yeah, I did. I was really big into Boy Scout. My mom was a den mother, and we were really into it for quite a few years.
I did Cub Scouts, and
yeah,
and like it was like a bunch of ladies doing the den mothering, and we just all I remember was a hot glued Christmas wreath that we made, and we did do the derby. I remember the derby, and that was a terrible experience with my dad trying to make that. But anyway, but otherwise, it didn't make me want to keep doing the Boy Scouts after that. So I should have maybe, but no. Anything else, Steve-O? What else? Let's see. Let's find out his deepest, darkest secrets.
Well, I don't know. I hit a couple of points that I was making sure that I wanted to get to, and then you come up with so many good questions at the same time.
They just flow out of me. I couldn't write them down because it wouldn't work. But we did cover a lot of bases, and I think we'll be seeing you again. You've been on the other show. I think you came up. Man, what was it? Was it the review show that you came up on, or been up
I
before?
pop in from here and there. I mean, unless I'm asked to be on, I kind of like to stay in the background.
Sure.
You know, I'm just a media guy, digital creator. I just like to promote other people, help other people get where they want to get to, and I don't want any credit, man. I just want to just sit in my zone and create, man. That's what I do.
Right. You're not trying to be the on the camera, face on the camera. No, I totally get it. And honestly, I've talked about it before, but I was the same way. I was not the guy trying to do this. I never thought about that until a certain point, and then I decided that there was a reason for it, and and I think we're coming together for that. I think meeting you and meeting like Jimmy and Steve-O and all the people, like all these other growers that have a lot of the same mentality as far as we should do things a little more sustainable, a little bit more organic, all these similar kind of thoughts, it's been nothing but more encouraging to me to do what I'm doing. I'm not just out here songing and dancing for nothing. I'm yes, I'm trying to be entertaining. I want to be entertaining because I think you can't hold people's attention if you're just going to be boring and drone on about plus with my voice, man, it's not easy to pull it out, with the monotone. But you guys get my drift. But my point is, you guys like that, Kat and Ashley and all the growers in the comments that I see, all these people, Dan, everybody else is reinforcing this sort of movement, and I can't really feel it's not necessarily mine. I came to it on my own, but I found you and people like GrowFam and everybody that also, hey, they think the same thing, oh, okay, let's do this. So I appreciate that for sure. So
yeah,
if you ever need anything, bro, we're here for you, Steve and I. And you did make us you made us that kick-ass flyer for the Jimmy Mead benefit, which, by the way, we are getting really close to. Jimmy, you're muted if you're trying to talk with me. I got you. I know I can't unmute you.
All I said was, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that's who did that.
Yes, he's the one that made that with the psychedelic wheelchair and everything, because I know that was right up your alley. Yeah, he made that for us. I appreciate that. I also I just lost it. I was going to say something about that, but anyway. Oh, I was going to say that we got over halfway on that, guys. We're at like, I want to say we're around 1,200. I have to add it all up together, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Gotten a lot more so far. We learn as we grow. Yeah, for sure. Actually, I got you with that pun. Guys, 20 people in the house. Thank you guys for stopping by and coming by to hear what Grassroots has to say. He's a guy that I always want to listen to when he talks, because you've always got something that's very measured and about the way you talk. I can tell that you think before you speak, and that's rare on people that are coming up on the screen a lot of times, right, Steve-O? Even for us, like, we're not always thinking before we just start talking about things. But for you, man, I can tell.
We don't like to script everything either. We like, we have structure perhaps to where we know that there's these things that we're going to do. And, of course, because this, like Waylon pointed out earlier, this is this is not a sesh. Things have to actually be produced in order to have this kind of a show that we're trying to, and we're trying to attract better guests, of course, like Grassroots blessing us today with his presence, and Jimmy Mead, having him on. You can find him at Big Jim's Inoculators. That's his group as well, guys. So, Waylon does a great job at trying to spotlight small business and other people especially on Tuesday nights on our review show. And, the give backs, the giveaways that we do, we really, try to make it interesting for everybody and get something out of it, not just prizes, but, information.
Right. Jimmy, do you have any questions for Grassroots? Wayne has a good question there.
I'm not really. Put me on the spot like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it in the comments, so I thought I'd ask
Now
you.
I got to think.
That's okay. We can hang out for a minute. We usually go for about 2 hours. Obviously, anybody can go when they need to because we're basically done with the main portion of the show, guys. But we're at the hour and a half mark, so pretty good. 21 people in the house on the Facebook side. Only one Rumbler, man. The Rumble is weird now. Rumble's weird. I did, I can't really spend too much time paying attention, but I can tell you that I'm getting like the numbers are all flip flopping now. Not my numbers, but the ad revenue and stuff. It's weird. 20 cents for like 50 views or something. It was weird.
I thought Rumble was a good thing for you for a while.
You
wasn't
can
it?
actually
It's
message
good,
me
but
this answer. Grassroots, if you want to, you can message me this answer because it's going to be monetary. What does it charge? What do you charge for your digital services? For like
Okay.
making a logo or something.
Okay.
I think it depends. Like most artists, it depends on what it's going to entail, like what kind of parameters you give them. If you give them any idea at all as to what it's going to be, and yeah. But that's a good question for sure, because you guys do want to get a hold of him. I mean, I guess don't blow him up. If he doesn't respond right away, give him a minute, but hit him up and go check out the page, Grassroots Digital Designs.
Indeed.
Sure. Oh man, I just had something too. Oh well.
I think I'm gonna break into my Jolly Bites tonight. Since I'm a bachelor tonight, guys. Kelly's out at the campground tonight, hanging out with my friends. So big party at my house. Jimmy, if you want to come, we'll get you out here.
I had a couple already myself. The group for two. That Pete, I responded to your. I didn't want to interrupt what was being talked about, but I responded to your comment with the site. It's called, or the site is theindoorfarmer.locals with an s.com. Theindoorfarmer.locals.com. I'll just pull myself up real quick so you can see it. It's right here underneath my name. Underneath the name, you see it underneath there. But anyway, that is a website off of Facebook. It's a different website. But I definitely want to help anybody that's trying to get to that for sure. Because I like anyone that's maybe you don't have time to hang out all the time and spend all day watching my show, but you like what we're doing, just that's what it's for, kind of.
Yep. And hello to the Rumble people that are watching on Rumble.
Oh, thank you, Steve-O. That's what I was going to talk about. Grassroots, you said you thought it was my thing. It is. I still like it, but I noticed that they had a big update and a lot of things have changed. For instance, and I don't want to go into it because I know sometimes that can be boring, but some people are interested because it's a new sort of frontier over there, and a lot of people are trying to use it or thinking about using it. And my views went down like a third, but the ad eligibility has shot up higher. So I feel like I'm getting less views, but they're pumping more ads into it, which it's not. I don't notice it. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Hey, sorry guys.
Okay, that's all right. I don't know if you missed it, but yeah, it's just a weird thing that they've tweaked their algorithm or something. But I still play reruns all day long, and sometimes I'll come in, there'll still be like a dozen. There was I think 18 people watching us earlier, Steve-O, just reruns. I play the most recent week's shows, and I'm trying to get other people in on that that have shows and Grassroots. If we can make commercials for people's shows, like even just a quick. It doesn't have to be long commercials, but like these quick commercials that I could throw in there into that playlist, and it's just playing, all throughout the day until I do my show. And then anyway, it's something we could talk about because I've talked to you about a lot of things, and I don't want to push you to do any of them yet because I know you got a lot of people having you do stuff. But whenever I come to you with something solid, then that's different, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people who know me know that I know when to say no. If I got too much on my plate, I'm not going to bullshit you. So,
Touche.
if you got a vision, you got something in mind, jot it down, let me know. And then, if you're serious about moving forward with it, man, we'll talk.
Yeah, I know I talked to you about game night, and I think that one would be pretty simple. So I think I might do that myself. Just some stock footage of board games, with some music or whatever.
Yeah,
Put
I
some
went in and
funny
looked
in there.
after we had that conversation. I actually went into a few of my programs and just trying to see if I could find any good, clean clips on video. I mean, on games or games in general. I found a few, but I don't think it's probably what you want. So I don't know. We'll see.
It might be tough then. Well, I haven't looked into it, but it's kind of fun for me too. I actually think it would be awesome to like you were thinking of going live and showing the process, and I think we talked about that already. And
Yeah.
I might just pick your brain sometimes about different things, or even just like what programs to use. So guys, like he said, he's sort of an open book. You obviously don't come at him like a crazy person, but if you're somebody that I definitely someone that I can vouch for, or someone who's certified, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Definitely be
right.
in on it.
I got to get that on my hat.
What am I gonna? I'm actually pulling up Clipchamp now to see if there's anything good. I never even looked at that.
Grassroots, I actually have these 3x5 transfers. I can send you some that you can iron on a hat if you want to. And it says Sir Steve-O with a slash with a stamp that says certified on it.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I'll send you one, bro.
Okay.
I'll send you a few of them. You can
Okay.
put them on t-shirts, whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a heat press, or I would just make you a hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like the same. The stock footage is like 5 videos of the same group of people.
Just doing different action.
And then under board games, they have those those silicone pop toys.
Oh, okay. The sensory toy thing.
Yep.
I see some board games though. There's a few. There's some dice rolling. Okay. I think I could do something with this. What I want to do is find one where there are kids playing, and I'm going to put Steve-O's head on one, my head on one. I don't know if that's legal or not. We'll find out. Anyway, awesome.
Lisa's got a press, they said. Oh, that's nice.
What, for rosin?
No, well, they have a heat press for that too, I believe, but they have a t-shirt press, for pressing hats and stuff.
Like a Cricut?
Yeah, that's what we have over here. Got just one of the newer Crickets, and then we got it's like a 12x12 heat press. My wife makes stuff for her work and things like that. So, if you see Sean, if you've seen that video, Motivational Monday that Ash put out, you see that little onesie that Sean was wearing. This grass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
My wife, she actually made that for me here in the house. You know what I mean? Just little stuff like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Hi, Cletus. What's going on? No, we'll say what now? No, you ain't seeing none of that, bro.
What happened? Hey, I'm not on the screen right now. Don't do that to me. Grassroots, we've been donged twice.
Oh yeah?
Twice. Yeah. Okay. Not on this show. Well, was it this show last time, Steve-O?
No, it was just on a live. And then, maybe it was at the end of People in the Boxes, because Kat's always there. And then
Kat,
yeah,
Kat was here earlier. Does she? If she heard you say that, she's gonna be pissed. Meow.
Oh, really? I don't mean to make
Not
her
that mad. Just kidding.
I know what you're saying.
All right. Okay, so I have to do some. Oh man, I have to do some magic selecting of some faces. Oh no, she would be like, yeah, she's gonna get your gullet. Grassroots, have you ever traveled, brother? Have you ever traveled like outside
Oh,
of the
oh
country?
yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah.
good question. Good
Yeah.
question.
I've lived in Sardinia, Italy.
Whoa.
I've lived in Guam. Lived in Hawaii.
Wow.
Lived West Coast, East Coast, South Coast, in El Paso. Yeah, we've been everywhere, man.
I've been so you've traveled with the family.
Yeah, my dad was former Navy, so we did a lot of traveling growing up. I was sometimes in 3 or 4 different schools in a year, depending on my dad's duty station.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
was
Valerie-
going to ask that. You said Guam. I was like, this dude must have been in the Navy.
No,
Well-
yeah, my dad was, and we did about 4 years in Guam. It was amazing.
Valerie lived there too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Valerie lived in
I lived there years ago, and everything is completely different from what I understand now.
Neat.
I've heard that it was. I had a girlfriend once who lived in her parents had moved to Guam. And
Yeah, it's 7 miles wide by 28 miles long, and it edges off the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest place on Earth. And so the diving and the surfing and the skateboarding there was amazing.
Well, when you were in high school, did you play any sports? My guess would be that you were a running back.
Nope, I was a defensive end, and I played a lot more wrestling and baseball than I did football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all great sports. Oop, I just went blurry.
blurry.
Blurry in a hurry.
All right. So why trap music?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, trap music is defined by a couple of different things. But for me, I like the beat. If you're asking the question to me, I like the beat. I like the way it mixes. I like the way that I can create with it. It puts me in a zone. Sometimes it's dirty, and it makes you feel kind of like raw. And then sometimes it's just chill and it's just a nice beat and you can really create to it. So I love trap music. I love hip hop. I was raised in that era. That's all I listened to. I'm a Wu-Tang fan, Busta Rhymes fan. My diversity in music is, country. I was raised on that as well. Charlie Pride, Dwight Yoakam, the original country stars. And then I did a lot of, guys like Stevie Ray Vaughan, blues, stuff like that. But really, when I got into my teenage years, man, it was a lot of rap and hip hop, and I loved it. All my group of friends, that's just what we did. And for me, creating and putting those beats in there, man, it just takes me to a place, man. I don't know.
Wow. So what are your thoughts on psilocybin mushrooms?
Yeah.
I'm down with them.
Right on.
I mean, I've used them. I want to use them in a more medical sense down the road. I want to learn about that a little bit more.
Right.
I'm not that inept to really just kind of go out and do my own thing. I'd rather talk to people who've done it before. But yeah, man, I don't mind them. It's it's a thing around here in Virginia. There's a lot of growers that have it out here, so it's easy to get a hold of. It's just really not my thing, though.
Right.
Pete signed up for locals.
Now, are we talking about like mushrooms? Or are we talking about like the dose, the acid? What are we talking about here?
No, psilocybin mushrooms, not acid. Acid is chemicals, and I don't mess. I stick with the all natural.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were asking. Cool.
Sticking with the all natural.
Yeah.
Steve-O, have you ever done LSD?
Yes, many times.
Oh my. Well, I didn't want to.
And I retired from it way back when Kelly and I had our very last one. And, there was this whole thing where we thought that the cops were after us that day because I had gotten this big shipment from California sent out. And what it turned out to be was that there was people that were supposed to get kicked out of their apartment, and they barricaded themselves and said they had weapons. So that's why all the cops were everywhere and on top of the roof.
Man.
And I was like running for my life. I thought that they were coming after me because I was dosing hard that day.
That was
And
a great trip.
Kelly and I said, "That's it, no more. We'll never do acid again. If you just please don't let me go to prison for Class X felonies right now." And I prayed to God and I kept my promise, and because I tend to do that whenever I promise something to God. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
never
I'm
did it again.
a former addict of a lot heavier drugs back in my younger years, and
Oh,
I can only say how fortunate I am to have come through that and be where I'm at today. Because there's many times where I should have died, But God had bigger plans for me. I'm still around, so I try to use what I've learned in my past, with drugs of that type, and just try to help people heal and get better. Because it's a tough road, man.
does cannabis did that help you get through your addiction?
No, I had to quit everything and find myself, and then I found my faith. And once I had that connection with God, I feel in my heart, it just changed me, and I didn't have a craving for any of that anymore. It was more of a craving to love and to give and to serve. And I had to like put everything down because I was relying on everything else to dictate who I was, and I needed to figure out who I was, and I wasn't me if I wasn't sober. So I had to get sober to figure out who Alan was, and then from there I could be mature enough to go and smoke some stuff like that now. But back in the day, man, I had to completely take it out of my life because it was not doing me any justice at all.
You'd be a great mentor. You really are. I'm sure that you are already with your church and everything. And these young men need to be guided by us old guys that made all the mistakes. But aren't they so hard headed, man? It's so hard to get through to them. Stop calling women bitches. Stop, just chasing the dollar and not being happy with what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Stop with all the vices and everything, so young in life, because you'll just be reliant on that and more later on in life as things become less satisfying to you. Whether it be things, sex, drugs, caffeine, it can get to the point to where, you can be addicted to so many things and you not realize it.
Yeah. Well, by faith, the Bible teaches me that, you're not going to serve two masters. And what they're saying is you're not going to serve God and money, or God and drugs, or God and this, So for me, I had to put my whole heart into it and get away from the people and the vices and the things that were not allowing me to grow, because all it was doing was hold me back, man. So I had to completely just engage for 3 years, man, and find out myself. I was a single dad. I had a little girl, so I had to get my shit together. And I couldn't rely on this drug to keep making me feel the way that I felt. I had to figure out, why did I feel that way? So all the underlying issues that we don't talk about, and all the stuff that we hide from people that we don't want to admit, and all those things, I had to figure all that out. I had to go talk to somebody and figure out why I was broke the way that I was broke. And once I figured that out, man, and I could finally heal from that, then I moved on with life, and I was able to be mature enough to be able to smoke and to do things that I do, because it's not tearing me down anymore. It's a mature way to approach it, and I'm not using it as my vice anymore.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your sobriety, and we appreciate you coming forward and telling us all your story like this. It's refreshing when people are real, and that's what we like. I know that's what I like: respect, loyalty, and realness.
Yep. Indeed.
I had to do the same too. In a period of my life, I had to pack up and move the hell out of town and get away from everybody.
Yep.
If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't have my son. Two, I know I would be dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I lost probably 90% of my friends because of my choices to go and live by faith versus what I was doing, but the 10% that I still talk to now are those 10% that appreciate that I bettered myself and that I'm doing something with my life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And those people are the kind of people that you want in your life. The other 90%, they always tell me, they're like, man, I miss the old Alan. I miss the old Alan. I'm like, well, you're never going to see that guy again. because I'm not that guy anymore. You're not going to see me get down with the drugs anymore because I'm not that guy anymore. You know, so quit wishing for me to be something that I'm never going to be. If you can't accept me, then move on. I'll take the other 10% who do accept me and we'll live. You know what I mean?
10-4 on that. Jimmy's still here. He's just audio.
That's okay.
Guys, I got to jump off of here, man. 5 o'clock comes early here in Virginia.
Sure, brother. Let me just show you something real fast.
All right.
You guys will get to see a little sneak peek in about 2 seconds here. What? Oh.
You loading something?
Yeah.
Jimmy's better.
Choking my brains out.
We heard you at first. That was a good hit.
Okay, so something like this. Check it out, everybody.
I knew you were being quiet for a reason. You were in the background doing something. He was in the background doing something. Here it comes.
Oh wait, I gotta see if I can fix it. Anyway, grassroots, you can leave, brother. I'm just.
I love it.
That's not gonna work, I don't think. But yeah. Anyway,
you know, in one of the apps that I use, they have this feature. It's called tracking.
That's what I need. I don't have that.
Yeah, tracking is where the picture will always line up with whatever's in the background, and it always stays with it, so it looks like it's part of the actual picture. So.
That's how you get the crazy things where you take a video of what Steve-O says or what I say, and while I'm talking, but you cut out just my head of it, and you put that on a character while they're moving around on the screen, but it's me saying whatever it is I said on the show. Yeah, so, man. Anyway, you have a good night, Grassroots.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. You guys are blessed.
Grassroots.
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud to know you guys, and I'm proud of what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Yep.
And you have a good night, brother.
Yeah, bye.
Guys, go check him out in the comments. You saw it, Grassroots Digital Designs, and also you'll see him all around the community. Obviously here, you'll see him in Grow Fam and all over here. I'll just pull you down, Grassroots.
And you can find them on Instagram and on Facebook as Grassroots757.
You okay there?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying burping up those edibles I just took, those Jolly Bites from Dreadful.
What's up, Poondogger?
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
I ate one too.
Did you? All right, Jimmy. I may as well. It's Saturday night. I don't have my kids in the morning.
Wait, I was gonna say, what day is this? Don't get me confused now.
It's Saturday, right? Oh no, it's Monday. Kelly's off. That's right. My bad.
It's episode 89. We do it on Monday.
You just messed up my whole week, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You just like took us back a day or 2
I
days.
mess up all the time.
Well, okay, guys. I want to put out something real quick while we're here. I know there might be a couple people here that are waiting on stuff from me. Man, I have had an epic battle with USPS in the last few days, guys. I've been back and forth there. I'm not going to go through all the details, but long story short, they are not familiar with their website, this whole new like click and ship thing. Someone sent me to that because, I don't have a printer. Anyway, long story short is I had to refund everything, or I had to get a refund on everything, and that takes like 2 days or a day or two to get a refund on it, and then I have to repurchase all the labels for the shipping. So
and pirate ship, man, $4.
Yeah, I thought
you have a printer.
Yeah, like a regular printer. Yeah, I
don't have a printer.
Oh, my bad.
So that would cost me a few more than $4. What's up, Jimmy?
Yep.
I could maybe go to the library, possibly, Steve-O. So I don't know.
Well, they have $35 printers you can buy and always have it too.
$35 printer? Are they
Yeah.
any good these
Aren't they
days?
that cheap? Aren't they that cheap now? You
I
can get
don't
them
know. I don't
cheap
know.
as
Probably
fuck.
BS everywhere, Chris. Yeah, Chris, man, thanks for that. Yeah, I guess so. I have it's not a UPS store, Val. Not, I don't think anywhere near me. There's one in Peoria. I don't think there's one in East Peoria. There might be one
UPS
somewhere.
is more expensive.
UPS is way expensive. For what I
Huh.
ship through the post office for like $10 would cost $50 UPS.
Well,
Yeah.
so I'm shipping some heavy stuff, and that's part of the problem. But
Mm.
the UPS store has printers, is what Val's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like the library. Library would work, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
I'd have to put it into a PDF or whatever. That's what they were trying to say for me to do this. And I'm like, the reason I went this route is so that you would send me the labels. Anyway, it's all messed up, but I'm getting it fixed.
Right on.
Good
Yeah,
thing it's
that's a
not
lot.
food.
That's a lot to have tied up in labels. You know, I wouldn't let that go either. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I have some good news though, too. I didn't really have a lot of time to talk about it, but I did get. I told you, Steve-O, and I told you, Jimmy Mead, about the insurance. So I'll be getting insurance here,
Yes, yes.
and yeah, I
Woo!
decided not to do it.
Woo-hoo!
They were ready for it on the 15th, and I'm like, man, I don't think I
Hey,
want to do that because they want you to
now
buy the
that's
whole
worth a
year.
buzzer. Now hit the buzzer on that
I
announcement.
don't.
That's
Yes,
worth a
Let's see.
buzzer.
train horn.
Do I
Ding,
have
ding,
it?
ding, ding.
Do I have it? Buzz. Do I have it? Let me.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, that's a
alrighty.
great thing, right, Jimmy? I mean, man, that's a you're moving up, Waylon. I mean, you be proud of yourself. I know it's gonna cost you money, but you gotta, that's all figured into your business plan.
Here's my horn.
All right, there it is. That's the big announcement.
That's the
You
one.
clown.
That's me, guys. That's me. Or this one. Sorry.
So what,
I had to stop that right away.
Jimmy? Did you see my opening that I made for the certified segment today?
I think so.
Yeah, where it lit up the joint.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you wouldn't believe the aggravation I went through with my choppy ass computer. It used to work so well, that app or program or whatever you call it, and now all of a sudden it just wants to jack the shit up. I even had to like go to the app on my phone just to try to get it to fully render. But I got it though. It's not perfect, but I thought you guys would enjoy it. Waylon's been bugging me to try to make an opening for it, so. What did you guys
Oh,
think of
yeah.
Waylon's new opening
Put your
for
little
the
spin on it. Yeah.
what do you call that again? The intermission?
The musician intermission, baby.
Yeah.
Musician intermission. Did you know, Timothy? Jimmy Mead?
Nope.
So why did you say Oh, you were thanking him for coming on the show? Okay.
Yep.
Just like one musician to another. I hear you. I was like, at first I thought maybe you knew him. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was jamming out to some Jimmy Mead music that he sent me the other day. I was just sitting there. My wife was in doing her makeup in the other room, and I go, listen to this. And I fucking just turned it up and just blasted the whole way through it, man. It's a cool looking video too, man. It makes you look like a bad motherfucker, Jimmy. It really
Can
does.
I play it sometime? I want to play
I
it.
don't care.
Here's one that says fail
Keep
horn.
in mind, I'm like 495 pounds in that video.
Oh my goodness! But look at you
Yeah.
now, man. You're
Yeah.
such an inspiration, Jim. Jeez.
This is the fail horn. I also turned the volume down. I want to hear what this. I don't know what this makes.
Now
I should do that
Like
after
an
a
old
joke. Yeah.
cartoon sound.
we could use that now.
Val wants to see it. Val, should I pull it up? Let's see. Yes,
Yeah,
you're right,
man.
Steve-O, I think. Is it on YouTube? The tube?
Yep, on my channel on YouTube.
I can bring it up. I
I
got
know
it.
I'm following it already, but I already have my sound in the system.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And I want to check it out. Make sure I follow. I'm pretty sure I followed it. What's it called, Big Jim?
It's called Jimmy Mead.
Who's that?
Mhm.
I don't know.
We'll have you on as a guest sometime,
I've heard
Jimmy.
about that guy.
You've already been a guest, but we'll interview you sometime for sure. Want to have an interview. Jimmy Mead.
I want to get on the Daily Chronicles. I want to get on there and see if I
Yeah.
can. Yeah, I do, because I think that I'd be pretty good at a calm debate about things.
Oh man, I don't think it's not really supposed to be a debate. Is this it here?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought that's what
it.
it was. I thought it was a
No.
opposing views show.
That's no.
Oh, my bad. Never
It's
mind.
just like an interview show.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn this down a little
Yeah. Now, Jimmy, you played all the instruments on this track, right?
Pretty much, a lot of it. It's a program on the computer called Fruity Loops. So I was able to do like the keyboards at one time and save that, and do the drum machine at one time, and then mix it all together and make the jam.
Wow. You remind me of some Joe Satriani, a little bit too. You've got some of his Satch Boogie type of feel to it, you know.
Everybody said my original stuff back then sounded like Petrucci that used to play for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. John Petrucci.
Oh, okay. I don't know of him too much.
bit. Don Petrucci. That's what one question I had right away. So he played all he put all this together though. It's not that he's playing 6 instruments at once, but
Right.
he play a lot of instruments. Timothy listed off a bunch earlier too. That was pretty interesting. I'm like,
Now
I
look
want to
at
hear
it.
the harmonica.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, get them fingers whittling away.
I tried playing today, man.
Yeah,
Well, the
Yeah,
more
it's
you
pretty
practice,
depressing.
yeah,
Jimmy, every note you play is progress, brother. Don't you ever
yeah.
think it's not worth it, man?
Think
Every
about this
freaking
too, man. You might play something else.
Yeah, maybe you'll develop a new style based on, you know, what your limitations are at the time, and it's going to make you an even better guitar player once you've completely recovered, Jimmy.
Exactly. I mean, you have the rhythm. You have like the talent in your head already, like the knowledge. That part's the hard part to know, and then it could be like a drum.
I know you can do it,
Monica.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna
Alright,
do
Val.
it.
That's right. There it is. That's the attitude.
This goes for 9 minutes and 40 seconds, Val. I can't be quiet that long. Come on now.
Uh,
Now that's a pretty long riff, man. Because I riffed that whole time.
That's
Like,
kind of what I imagine for the intermission to be sometimes for some musicians to come up and just jam for 10 minutes. They don't even have to play any songs specifically, you know?
mhm.
Just show us some musical talent like this. Timothy did a good job. He didn't have to sing.
Evan Sturgeon, I'd like to hear him play guitar live for us. He played the piano last time, but I've heard videos that even I think Jimmy has shown, you've
I
shown.
showed one, yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you, man, he jams. I subscribe to his
not
Facebook.
just that, that dude is a beautiful person, man.
Yeah,
Is
he's a
he?
good guy. Yeah.
His spirit is beautiful.
he said he's gonna come back with Sturge and the gang, the whole gang, come back on the show. What I want to do when Wes comes on, I want to see if Wes will come to my house. Be right here, baby, hanging out next to me.
What, like just with his guitar? Yeah.
With whatever. He does a banjo and stuff too, or whatever that is.
Wes plays mandolin.
Mandolin, yeah.
Oh, wow. I bet he could play something great from there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's awesome.
Isn't he booked in a couple weeks or something, or no?
We're booked for a month.
I thought Wes was one of them.
No, Wes isn't. Well, I didn't put him on the map yet. I told him that I can book him later.
Maybe book him for like Labor Day weekend or 4th of July or something big like that. But he'll be busy a lot, I realize, during that time performing. Yeah. But
well, let's see. This was 89. We've got 90, 91, and 92 all booked. So I need to start getting some more books happening. 93, it'll be episode 93, July 10th. July 10th is open. So July 3rd.
Wes could play on her birthday, she says.
Have a good night, Joe Kelly.
Good night, Joe.
Funny. Yeah, what is your birthday on a Monday, Val?
Oh, yeah.
We got Nate Hodge coming up next week, you guys. Nate Hodge. The week after that, we got Bud Zunga. The week after that, we got Knee Cap Bobs. These are real people I've talked to. What day does your birthday fall on, Val? I mean, what's the day of the week? Cheers, everybody. It was a great show. Definitely awesome show.
Great show, everybody. Thanks for coming through. I really appreciate you spending the evening with me while I'm being a bachelor tonight. Hanging out. Grassroots. Jimmy Mead. Getting to watch him jam out and shred this guitar for 10 minutes. That's what's up. Thanks, Waylon, man. You always put a lot into the shows, man, and take a lot of pride in it, man. That's why I roll with you.
I try, man. I try not to just shove too much in there, too, but I try to keep it entertaining. It can be a little bit up in the air sometimes.
Is there really a lot on like this at night, guys? Come on, for real. Can you really find something like The Indoor Farmer to watch?
You can go and get in line for a chance to win something somewhere, and just be there droning on, waiting for the wheel or whatever it is.
For that magic hashtag that'll make you a winner of.
Right. We do some giveaways. I'm not bashing them. Necessarily. I'm not
being like that, but if that, we try to give you more is what we're trying to say.
Hey, at least we're not just sitting around session bad mouthing people.
Yeah, right. That too. We don't do that here. Nah, we're here to uplift people, not tear them down.
Unless I forget, and then sometimes maybe I say something I shouldn't. I'm kidding.
Right.
Really nice show. Thanks, Michelle. Is this a good show? Val, Michelle, you ladies think? I'd like to see all the comments below. Tell us if you think the musician aspect of the show is makes sense to you guys. Sustainable life. I mean, what's better than listening to some tunes while you're working with your plants or whatever,
That's right. Or while you're sitting there trimming, you just listen to the broadcast, So we appreciate you guys. And everybody right now watching in the replay, we really appreciate you doing that. And you can still tag people if you'd like, to make sure that they don't miss out. So
Pete says, I'm not going to lie, I'm lit, and this is super chill and entertaining. He says, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use and too much so I can use it again and again. What? going to use and too much. I think he was saying he's going to watch us over and over. We got Nathan over there in the YouTube land. What's up, Nathan? How are you, brother? Appreciate you hanging out on the YouTube. You're not Nathan Hodge, are you? It's not Nathan Hodge over there? Next week's guest?
You should accept.
Oh, can't watch that.
Oh, we see what your commercials are. I'm just kidding.
That's Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
I like Jordan Peterson. Anybody want
He's
to
very smart
change my
man.
mind?
Very
Change
smart.
my mind.
See what you did there.
That's pretty much it for me, guys. I think we're good on the show. We don't need to devolve into a just straight up sesh. It was a great episode. Tomorrow night, guys, I'm actually going to go to the farm park without my son, unless I can get his mom to. Anyway, she's on vacation, you guys. So I'm like bachelor. I'm like kid free for a week. Although maybe not the whole week. She bought a puppy. So my son's mom has a puppy golden retriever. Cute little puppy, you know. Can't wait till she starts complaining about it. It's going to be funny.
Oh no! Oh no! You're in trouble.
Well, I mean, because I have dogs, you know, so it's like when only the one person has a dog, like she'll complain about this or that here and there or something, if whatever it is, like the dog's being annoying or something. They're like, well, just wait till you have your own. We'll see what happens, right? So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I mean, he's excited too. Like my son is actually into the dogs a little bit more now than he was, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, I get a week where I get some time. So tomorrow I'm actually going to put together a little bit of a multi. I have some like pictures from different places we went and did things. So I'll throw those up too tomorrow, guys. So come check it out. Steve-O, you definitely let me know too anytime. I think you asked me once if there was something that I wanted to put in there. I'm like, anytime you got something, we'll put that in there. If you went somewhere or did anything, definitely we'll check it out.
Yeah, I've got some party footage I could probably show from my
you do?
the taco truck. Yeah, I took a bunch of stuff.
He partied with a taco truck, you guys.
Yes,
Him
I
and
did.
the truck were in the pool.
I actually went somewhere and I trekked all over the place. I even did a seed giveaway with Mike Hood and Frank Slime on Misfit Island while I was there. So,
I didn't get in on that. I didn't check that video.
Yeah, I gave away some really nice genetics from a new sponsor Mike has procured.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Very nice. Cheers, Nathan. Cheers. I'll cheers you, Nathan, and then we'll get out of here, guys. Jimmy Mead, you got anything you want to say to the people at home? There's 10 awesome people hanging out still here on the Facebook side. 5 people on the Rumble. Rumble came up out of nowhere. Rumblers, hit that follow button and get me up to that 250. It'd be awesome. One more person to 250.
If you wake up tomorrow and you're in a bad mood, just remember you can change your mind.
Yeah.
Good advice.
I like it. Someone told me recently you can't go back in time, but you can always move towards something. You can always move towards something.
Next week we should have some great seedlings started for some cherry pie haze from Grove Fam to show you guys on Monday, so stay tuned for the certified segment.
You guys, I totally forgot.
What, Jimmy?
What's the cross on that?
It doesn't say. It just says 5 photo fem seeds. It doesn't say the cross. But I can find out. I'll get back to you.
I forgot to do the walkthrough. So, not walkthrough, really, just to show you a couple things I'm going to show. Anyway, there's a few people still here. I'm going to pull it up because I want to show you, Jimmy, the little seed that you left here because it was in the bag.
Oh, yeah, out of the pile of smoke we were smoking?
Yep. Okay, so I got my reverse camera. If you could pull me up, Steve-O.
Yeah, I got
just
you.
Not full, but like just where you guys are small boxes.
I got you. Nope, that's not it.
It looks like 4 boxes and one of them's bigger, like 4 people. Like 2 little people and 1 big person. Yeah, that. And then you just slide me over. There you go.
I'm stoned.
It's all good. We're done. I totally forgot about
Looks
this.
really good.
But Jimmy, look at this though.
It looks like it's the humidity's too low.
Okay. Because it's still
Kind
doing,
of
it's
looks
still
like it
trying.
needs some calcium too.
Well, I've actually been fighting off spider mites, believe it or not, with Prime Superior. The spider mite, these are the peppers. The spider mites come because of the darn worm castings inside. So you guys, so you know, worm castings are not always easy to deal with. This is actually growing. This radish here is growing back. But anyway, I've been spraying it with Prime, dousing those spider mites. But here's your seed. Here you go. Look, boom, repurposed item.
Nice.
There it
That baby
is.
is getting going. She's leaning over because I hit her with Prime, I think, a little bit too hard on the top, and she kind of started to lean.
Got heavy and started. Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Hydro Farm, the awesome people at Hydro Farm, one of our awesome sponsors, they sent me this light. Right, this is a T5 light, so it may not be great for like bigger plants to flower, but this is going to be a huge boost. I'm going to be taking all these lights down, putting that bad boy up, for now at least, just temporarily because I have stuff here, and make it a huge improvement, big boost. Because right now that seedling's only getting this, which actually doesn't need much more than that, so that's kind of a good thing. But it's growing fast, man. Oh yeah, I really wanted to show this off, Steve-O. So,
Clones.
yeah. Just sitting in that water. That one is going crazy.
If you shave some of that bark off,
I did already, and it seems to, yeah, it didn't seem to take, but look at this.
Yeah, she's rooting nicely.
Yep, that one is taking off. Hard to get back in there, son. But it's just this one here. It's not even that much to look at on the top, but the root structure is getting crazy.
Should you trim some more of those leaves off, or no? I'm not sure.
There's three different. Yeah, maybe I should now. Actually, I should probably give up on these that didn't root.
And then maybe scissor some of the tops of them.
I think cut some of. Yeah, I see that now. They were kind of all bunched together at one point. Here's some parsley that just won't die.
Oh, nice.
And some mint back here. And actually, I need to put the cover back on.
I don't really see a need to cut any of those leaves off of that.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking. I was hoping you'd say something. Yeah.
In my unprofessional opinion, I would say because the roots are already so strong that there's not necessary to do that.
The only reason I ever do that is if when I put the in a tray and put a dome on it, that the leaves are going to be touching leaves of other plants or the side of the dome.
Oh.
Then I cut these back.
Oh, Jenny, I'm seeing the comment now. Sorry, Jenny, I'm a little distracted, but yes, I saw that you signed up for locals. Thank you very much. Another new locals member, you guys. It is awesome that I see that it's growing. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Look how small that root is, but yet it's actually keeping this one. It's not like dying at all. It's just enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I do that, I don't want leaves touching other leaves of other plants in that dome, is because it's so moist in there, you get mildew and mold starting.
Nice one there. Nice and furry.
I need to trim some of that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of the two that aren't rooting. Keep the one that is. But I'll probably do that right after we leave because I don't want to keep everybody. So if you could just make us all the same boxes again, and
What are you running in that cloner, Waylon?
it's not a cloner. This is all you're seeing.
So
This is it.
those are just down in fish water.
The water that's pumping through this top bed, and then it's got a air stone in there.
Nice.
That one's got more roots than I thought. Okay, there's some good roots in there. Then I can check it. Oh wow, that one's already gotten. Never mind, you can't see that. My bad. Okay, I'm leaving this. Leaving the studio on that one. Okay.
Now we're like this.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, I wanted to show that at least the little seedling popped real quick and easy.
Nice.
No problems there, man. I didn't do anything. I didn't soak it in prime. I didn't do anything. I just stuck it in a. In fact, I stuck it in a used Root Riot cube. That what I did was I put a bunch of used Root Riot cubes in a bucket full of fish water and put a lid over it on it. Sealed it with a lid for a little bit while.
Cool.
So it was just one of those.
Yeah.
And with all that, and you got to believe the microbes are probably dead in there by that time, but it just popped no problem because it's also in the
Those
fish
Root
tank
Riot
now.
cubes are pre-treated with Clonex solution.
Yeah, but this was a reused one.
Right, but there still may have been nutrients left over in it.
Plus, it's sitting in the fish tank where there's more nutrients, so it's all good.
Right.
That fish water, man, it's a miracle. I'll tell you what. I really think. Okay, so somebody said, who was that? Was that you, Jimmy, or Steve-O? I can't remember about the not enough nutrients. So then I showed the video. Okay, I showed the video of all those babies. It's like when all those babies grow up a little bit to be cowboys, then those cowboys poop bigger, and then boom, you got.
Yep.
I'll have more nutrients, but I really need to get to like a bigger, like edible size fish. You know what I mean? All right, Pete. I'm trying to hop off too. You know what I'm saying? I talk a lot, but Jenny, thank you again, Pete, for awesome. Pete signed up tonight, you guys. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
34, I think. But all right, peace out, everybody. Peace and chicken grease and all that good stuff. Check us out tomorrow night for the Indoor Farmer reviews. Check out Steve-O going wet and wild at the party. That's going to be fun. You all have a great night. Peace out. Steve-O.
Smoke weed every day.